We're gonna be heading towards, heading towards Franklin, Tennessee. We've been invited to go to a fundraiser event there. There's supposed to be some pretty famous people there, I guess. Terry Bradshaw, who was the quarterback for the Steelers. Johnny Bench, who I believe was a catcher for the Reds. We're kind of excited to see what that's gonna be like. Chris and Rachel are coming along. Normally you'd have to pay anywhere from $300 to $500 a ticket to get in, but they're taking care of that for us. So we're gonna be doing that tomorrow evening, and hopefully we can bring the camera with us and film. So we're gonna get back on the road right now. Last night we stayed in a Walmart parking lot, of course.
They got what you saying.
You guys ready to go?
Yeah.
What are you guys doing? They're really excited about doing their school.
No, we're not.
Uh-oh. What happened, Seth? Jesse scratched you? So we're finding that Walmart is getting less and less friendly with RVers. You know, it used to be that almost you could go to any Walmart as long as you were going there and buying something, shopping there, that, you know, they were fine with you staying there. But we're finding more and more we'll go to a Walmart and they'll have a security guard that's driving around with flashing lights on his roof, real intimidating, you know. And
She'll get scared.
I get real scared. No. And they'll come up and they'll say you can't, you know, you can't park here for the evening, and that Walmart's changing their policy on that. So just beware of that if you're a fellow RVer, that some Walmart locations are becoming less friendly to our kind.
We didn't get that last night, though.
No, we didn't. This Walmart was fine. Usually if there's not a security guard driving around with the flashing light on top, that you're okay.
And I think that's why it's also important that when you're staying at a Walmart to make it so that all of us can enjoy it later on down the road. Like, don't leave trash in the parking lot. Maybe don't eat, if you're in a camper or something, don't put your steps out and make it look like, hey, I'm moving in.
I'm moving into this parking lot.
Or even if you have slide outs, if you can get by without extending your slide outs out at all, don't do it. Or just put them out a little bit. That way they don't feel like you're moving in and that possibly you're just like here to shop. And
then we had another incident 2 mornings ago when we stayed in a Whole Foods parking lot, and at 7:30 in the morning this lady was pounding on our door, and I stuck my head out the window. I'm like, yes, can I help you? And she's like, you need to leave here. You need to leave here right now. And I said, well, Whole Foods is opening at 8 and we're gonna go do some grocery shopping there. You gotta leave here right now. I'm like, but we're going to be shopping. You need to leave here, I'm gonna call the police. I'm like, ma'am, we're going to be going into that store and going shopping. Well, you need to at least move from here and move over to another parking spot. So I'm like, okay. So I started the bus and moved to another parking spot, and then it was all okay. So
yeah. And Shane did go shopping in there.
And we did go shopping in there. Went in there for a while, got a coffee, got some groceries, got some diapers.
Yeah, diapers.
Lovely diapers for Seth. But Seth's almost potty trained now, so.
Yeah.
I remember when I was a kid, my dad used to always, you know, my dad was a minister, and he would say, you know, when you guys get older, I can marry you. And I was always like, what? I don't want to marry my dad. And I would always be in much confusion about that. Like, what is he talking about?
He never did marry you.
No, he didn't.
Or me.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, as a kid, you know, babe, come on. So as you know, a kid, you know, when they would say, yeah, I'm a minister, I can marry you guys. I'd be like, guys, when you get older, I can marry you.
I don't want to get married. What?
When you get older, do you want to get married?
Not really.
Are you gonna just live with me and Daddy forever?
She's gonna be my lifelong barista. Yeah!
Yeah. So the first time I met Daddy, I didn't really care so much because he was older than me and he lived in a whole different country and I wasn't really interested. And then the second time I met him, I cared more.
The first time I met Mommy, I was like, you are way too young.
Yes, and then
The
like
second time I met
3
Mommy,
months or 2 months
I was
later.
like, still, you're way too young. One thing about driving the bus, when you need to stop, especially when you need to stop quickly, you know, and you've got certain things on the counter or time to fuel up. So this is the real fun part of travel, is filling the old diesel tank. And watching those dollars tick by.
So we're heading over the hills, the Smoky Mountains of North Carolina into Tennessee. We should be in Knoxville, Tennessee, probably in the next half an hour. So they're pretty amazing. How's the driving experience for you?
It's good.
Yeah?
I wonder what it's like without this road.
Do you mean like how did people travel when they didn't have this
They
road?
didn't have the road?
So you mean? Yeah, that must have been difficult, huh?
Horse and buggy.
And a mule,
Or a mule.
good stout mule, get you over the hills of Tennessee and North Carolina.
Okay, we have arrived in Franklin, Tennessee. It's midnight. So this is where we need to be for that big event that we're gonna be going to. And we really don't know what to expect with it, but we're kind of excited to see how it is. And so make sure when that episode comes out, it'll be the next vlog. It'll be tomorrow's vlog, or it'll come out either tomorrow or the next day. And you'll get to kind of see, hopefully if they let me bring the camera in, you'll get to see the whole event and what goes on there and stuff, because we don't even know what's going to be going on there. We're just along for the ride as usual. So we're parked in a Walmart parking lot. Chris and Rachel's camper right there. They got here quite a bit before us. They've been parked here, and there's Walmart right over there. Can you see it? Can you see Walmart? Right there. Yeah, so nice, cool, crisp evening. So there's Jesse looking up the tree at something.